250 orbs, 4 diamonds, oh my ruddy days. Hi, hello. It's nerfing time. I used to be known for my buffing, but today I'm going to be nerfing my top 1 level Kratos. Built the layout in 1 hour, like over a year ago, and it's finally been completed. The top 1 version anyway. So this isn't going to replace the top 1 version. It's going to be kind of a spin-off. Think of this like the Geometry Dash meltdown of Kratos. Very weird way to put it, but you know what? Kratos Insane Demon. I'll call it something else later. So yeah, basically the goal of today's video is to make a fun Insane Demon out of this, which might be a little bit difficult because, well, Kratos isn't known for its great gameplay, is it? But because I'm going to be altering the gameplay anyway, I'm going to give myself a lot more freedom to kind of shift things around, change structures, and change the gameplay, like, to still keep the original feel of the level, but also just to make it, like, fun, you know? If you haven't seen the previous Kratos video, got a new song for the level, which is quite cool. And yeah, I definitely recommend watching that. Anyway, I think for this first part, we can probably just start off with, like, getting rid of one of these spikes. How does that play? No, that's not very hard. I think that's pretty decent, yeah. And then maybe for this structure up here, I'll just like half space it up, maybe. Yeah, that makes that so much easier. Okay. Now this part here, what am I gonna do here? Because these jumps are like actually really hard, dude. Maybe it would be easier if I got rid of that spike there. Yeah, that is a lot easier. You can hit the spike on the other end. Oh my god. If I get rid of that, will that suck? That's not too bad. I might also go ahead and... Oh, I didn't link these together. I might shift this across by half a block as well, perhaps. That makes those jumps so free. Maybe I'll replace this with like a full... Oh, that looks really tight, but I actually don't think it's that bad, which is like best kind of tightness, you know? This timing is stupid. I'm gonna nerf it to even like that, something like that, right? And I'll also maybe shift this portal forward. I want to keep the original feel of that jump being like you got to become big before you do it, but I don't want it to be as hard as it is. I want this pre-drop to be decently hard, but I don't want it to be that hard, you know? Like I don't want it to be impossible. Maybe what I could do for this, see how this is like group 14, right? What if I just move the move trigger to later in the level so that it moves down by the time you're already like done the first half of the jump? Yeah, that works really well, actually. This is gonna have to be shifted up by a lot. Let's see how this first part plays so far. Yeah, dude, they're still like kind of difficult timings, but they're not as hard. Got that first frame perfect, by the way. I don't want to do more of just like the exact same timing here, but like what else am I meant to do here, dude? Maybe I could shift this guy over to like there and then shift these back. We're not going to be able to fit that saw blade in there anymore, so I'm just going to like extend that up and then call it a day. I think that's fine. I want that to sync to the music, so I'm going to shift it forward a little bit. That jump's not too bad. How did I get... Okay, this jump's really hard, though. I don't know how I got that. That jump's really hard as well. How did I get that? I might just get rid of these 2 outer spikes, honestly. We don't really need them, particularly. Alright, I think that's all, like, fairly not that difficult, but still, like, kind of hard enough, right? We'll have to see. When I'm verifying this, I might, like, nerf things a little bit more, or buff things, or just, like, change things around, right? This little bit here now, what do I want to do here? Maybe I can, like, get away with just shifting that across a few pixels. Yes, but I'm going to have to get rid of, like, one of these spikes, I think. What if I just remove that and then maybe I can incorporate like a fake spike in there but make that color 1? That's honestly, I feel like that fake spike works quite well. I might use that a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie. So like I'll chuck one there and like when there's some jumps that only have the half spikes down here, just to make it seem a bit harder than it actually is. This is an extreme demon, guys, extreme demon. And this green orb timing, I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. I didn't even think this green orb was possible. So yeah, this needs to be nerfed. I'm thinking of just shifting it down like this, and that'll probably be enough, and then maybe getting rid of like this top spike here. Alright, I think that part's pretty well nerfed, this first part. I'm gonna do a playthrough of it and let's see how it looks. Awesome. Perfect. All right. I'm happy with the difficulty of that. It's still pretty hard, and when I'm verifying it, I might nerf it because it is still like maybe like very, very high-end insane, maybe even extreme demon. I don't know. For now, we are moving on to this ship part. Yeah. I could probably get away with just replacing these all... What on earth did I do for this spike design? What? Strange. I can probably get away with doing like just these half spikes on both ends maybe. And then this, what do I want to do something more exciting than just straight fly, straight fly, straight fly. What if instead of having the portal there, if I get rid of that portal for now, right? What I'm thinking, and hear me out, right? Hear me out. What if I shift this structure down by 1, get rid of these spikes in the entrance, make you have to go up and then you have to go down right at the last second or something? I was playing Kratos again, which was the remake that Smokescreen made, I believe, of like kind of nerfing the Kratos layout. I think it turned out really, really cool. So I wanted to do something kind of like that. That's kind of neat. I kind of like that, yeah. I'm tempted to chuck in a couple invisible objects like this, just to kind of like aid the player a little bit, make it a little bit easier. Okay, that works. I think that's neat. That is quite cool. I want to bring this structure up a little bit, but have it like half spikes there, maybe? Hear me out. It doesn't look too out of place. There's just no other time where that's there, which is a little bit worrying. Maybe I can chuck one here instead of having these. I think that's fine. We could chuck 2 of them in there. That just makes it look a little bit like it fits in a little bit better, right? All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that second part. Man, I've been recording for 25 minutes and I've got 2 parts of the level done. Yeah, I'm happy with that gameplay. I think that's pretty decent. Okay, so this transition really sucks. So I kind of want to try and fix that a little bit. Oh, but I don't want to just put like reverse portals in there, right? Let me see what I can do shifting this gameplay around a little bit, because maybe I can get it so this first part's very open. Like this first structure is just like not here or something. Why is this foreground of layer 0, dude? Oh my god. So this first structure here, I'm just going to shift completely off screen for now because, I don't know, I don't really want it there. Got it. Nice. Okay, I really wanted to do that. This is not staying. I'm thinking of maybe even doing D blocks here and then just having like, I don't know, just have a couple of these be solid. I want the D blocks on a different layer though, because it's annoying to deal with. If I do something like that, would that work? Yeah, it's not as cool though. Like, I kind of want to have something that's like this because it's a lot cooler, right? Yeah, that's kind of the click pattern I want you to go into this with. Kind of like, like that. So this first bit though, I want it to be really, really open. So I might like chuck this structure in there. All right, cool. So now that we've got that first bit, this transition out needs to be fixed. Oh my god. I could probably get away with chucking some D blocks on there. So you just kind of hold into that and then let go. So it looks really hard, but it's actually not that difficult. Oh, that kills you afterwards though, doesn't it? Maybe I'll have to add in another slope there that's like 2 times scaled, but then slightly off. And then I'll make that invisible. So that adds an extra hitbox. So once you go off of the D blocks, it should like not kill you, right? Yeah, that works quite well, actually. I do like that. Okay. But I need something to indicate that, because at the moment it's not really clear like where you can slide. That could honestly work. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I just realized I got through this half space gap as well, which is kind of insane, but that's fine. I think the rest of nerfing this part's going to be pretty similar to what I've already done in the beginning. Now that I've like kind of set the standard, right? Gonna shift down, maybe like half space up like that type of thing. I'm gonna get rid of that. Oh my god. Perfect. Okay, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now for the mini wave part. For a start, I'm just going to get rid of like a bunch of these spikes, I think. And then I'm also going to put just like an invisible slab there with some D blocks on it, just so that the transition is a little bit better. I can't speak today, apparently, dude. Okay. Yeah, I want to go with something like that, I reckon. And what type of a gap do I want there? I don't know if I want to do just 1 block. Oh, that's pretty easy. I could get away with 1 block, surely. Alright, wave part's good. I'm happy with that. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, let's move on to the ship part now, shall we? Okay, so this part was pretty much just a bunch of making the straight fly wider and making this orb a little bit more forgiving, making this gap wider. Just like not the most interesting nerfs in the world, right? So I'm just gonna skip past this part, I think. Yes, dude. Okay, that drop gameplay is very, very good. I think this could be quite neat, though, as a level, just because I don't think there's any Insane Demon, like, Slaughterhouse-styled levels. Because Slaughterhouse has a very, like, specific style of gameplay, right? Which I don't think any Insane Demon has tried to, like, replicate at all. So, I don't know. I feel like this could be, like, kind of interesting, kind of neat. Anyway, this first structure here needs to go. I might go ahead and extend this out to, like, here, just so the transition is, like, more forgiving, right? Just to be a little bit kinder and to signpost a little bit better, I'll have this structure cut off earlier down here. And then like with the first wave part with the dodgy transition, I want to make this as forgiving as possible. So I'm going to pretty much just delete this first structure here because something tells me that that gap in an Insane Demon, not a very good idea. So let's get rid of that. All right, cool. Now it's just going to be a case of pretty much like shifting around this gameplay until I can get it to feel decent. I think that's kind of neat. Something I kind of want to do as well is incorporate a few of these structures down here to like slide on. Yeah, I don't want to just remove everything though. That honestly doesn't look half bad overlapping that structure, to be honest. I kind of like that actually. I might make one overlapping the structure down here as well. Instead of having just like invisible D blocks down here, I kind of want to have something a little bit better than that, right? And I want to copy, or even I could just, I could probably just copy paste like this structure over here. So it's only like a few blocks wide. Yeah, honestly, I think that would work a little bit better, to be honest. Let's go like, yeah, 3 blocks wide or something. Maybe 4 blocks wide. Yeah, let's go 4 blocks wide here and then chuck that like there. What I might do is select these and then flip it. And then that'll like just kind of act as a platform down the bottom we can slide on. And of course, I need to put some D blocks down there. This structure needs to be shifted a little bit to like down there. I'm also gonna have to shift my name over quite a bit as well. Maybe that can go there. I think that's pretty decent, yeah. And then I'm going to shift this big portal over to here. And I'm tempted to even make a custom portal for that. It is a modern part. All right. Custom portal time it is. Give me a second. How does this custom portal look like in context with everything else? Beautiful, dude, beautiful. All right, I'm using that. So it's gonna start off invisible and then with the transition, it's gonna become visible. All right, that's cool, that works. All right, perfect. Okay, so now for this nerf, I'm a little bit worried about this because I don't fully know what I want to do. Why are the spikes on layer 2, dude? I'm gonna delete all 3 of these spikes, first of all. And maybe just chuck like a half spike there type deal. Could I even get away with just connecting this design up the top? I reckon I totally could. All right, give me a moment here. Oh God. Okay, yep, something like that. And then I can chuck some D blocks on there so that you slide. And that should be fairly forgiving because you can slide, I'm hoping anyway. I want it to be as forgiving as possible because you're just coming out of a spam and like transitions out of spam are generally like pretty dodgy, right? Okay, yeah, that's very forgiving. I think that's probably good enough. Like even if I do an extra click than I should, like I'm fine, yeah. Now this part, oh my. What if I just, instead of moving it 10 up, I move it 5. And instead of moving things -10, I move it -5. So it's just like, I don't even have to change any of the gameplay. I just make this like not move as much, right? That honestly works. That works perfectly fine. Okay. And then I can also probably just like get rid of a couple of these orbs and then like align X, align Y so that they're a little bit more centered and then just like shift these up a little bit type thing. Yeah, I think that's pretty well nerfed. You still have to time them pretty well. Like, they can still trip you up if you're not careful, but I think they're pretty much the perfect difficulty now. And you still feel cool when you do them, which is, like, the most important part of, like, this whole level, really. Now this ship part. Oh, boy. First of all, I might just shift this down by 1 to nerf it. I really don't want to just, like, widen the structure. I feel like that would be kind of boring. What if I got rid of, like, a bunch of these spikes up the top and bottom here and just copy-pasted these ones along? But what I'm also going to do is, let's go to layer 1 here. I'm going to delete that spike and replace it with a big spike. And then do the same like down here. Put that a big spike there. So you kind of have to weave between them. Okay, that's not quite the effect I wanted to go for, but it's close. Maybe something like that. Yes, like that, but a little bit easier. So maybe half space. And then in terms of putting something below it, I could just chuck one of these structures in maybe, although that doesn't cover the whole thing, does it? All right, I came up with like a really quick little design for like a half slab in there. I'm gonna buff this part a little bit just by kind of copy pasting these structures over by a block and adding another like spike to the mix there because it's a little bit too easy at the moment. Yep, cool. All right, now this part. I'm a little bit nervous for this part, especially since I haven't like linked any of these together, but I think it'll be a fairly simple process of first of all, just widening a bunch of these gaps. Now to make the entrances to these fakes a little bit easier, how am I gonna do that, dude? So let me try to just delete these spikes straight up here. And maybe I could even like, yeah, okay, what if I do tiny spikes like this? And that'll kind of help indicate where the entrance is as well. I will probably have to go ahead and just shift these, like some of these hitboxes out of the way a little bit because that is, yeah, I want it to be a little bit more forgiving. So I think that's probably good for like showing where the entrance is to it. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, cool. And now that all those gaps are there, I kind of also want to like get rid of these center bits here because that hitbox is a little bit evil. You have to go like up through there and then down and then up and then down. I kind of want you just be able to through there. Is there any other rotating object I could like fit in there? This doesn't give quite the same effect for some reason. I'm not sure why. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna be able to recreate this and have it look any good whatsoever. So I'm just gonna try and like kind of do my own thing with it, I guess. That'll do. Maybe I'll come back and adjust it later, but for now, I think that's fine. Hoping that'll look half decent at least. It doesn't have to look perfect, but half decent is what I'm going for here. Alright, let's see how that plays. I haven't playtested any of this yet. Which I probably should have done, to be honest. Just realizing you can completely skip this fake here and go there if you want to. Might have to block that off, but that's fine. Because this part's a lot of memory, it's actually quite difficult. Nice. Okay, I did it. Oh, I got through that gap. Okay, okay, bro. Okay, buddy. Okay, now this spam. I don't really want to have it be spam. Surprise, surprise. So what I might do is get rid of these first three things and then put D blocks on here. And then maybe you have to like go up in the middle or something. I don't know. Like you have to avoid that spike in there. And then maybe I'll copy that, but instead of having the full spike there, I'll just like get rid of these. That's a little bit evil. Maybe instead of doing that, what I'll do is just get rid of these spikes entirely and then, oh no, I unlinked the, why did I use 4 bits of glue? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. All right, whatever. Do something like that and then kind of copy paste a few of these as like, you have to do a little bit of spam, but the spam isn't that hard, I hope. Yeah, that's fine. Also, how did I get... Dude, I keep getting, like, these insane gaps in this level. I don't get it, bro. Alright, so now this part. First nerf is probably going to be pretty simple. You'll never guess. You'll never guess, dude. Are you ready? Are you ready? Boom. Alright, and then I'm gonna rearrange these saw blades to be, like, a little bit better gameplay-wise. And then for this part, I'm honestly just gonna get rid of, like, every other spike down here. Oh my god, why aren't they linked together? No. That's so annoying, especially since the layering is, like, so awful. This is still like kind of hard. So what if I do something like that? I didn't realize how painful this process would be. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I mean, this part specifically because it's got so many layers of like glow and deco and the layering is just not really very good. All right, cool. I think I'm pretty happy with that gameplay there so far. Now for this, I think I'm just gonna shift this structure down a little bit, move this portal in general, really. I might actually just shift this down to like here and then move this structure in tighter so it looks really tight, but it's actually not that bad. And then this guy's gonna have to be nerfed a lot because that's such a tight spam, dude. Maybe I can like make you big wave to go into there and then you become mini wave again. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? That's probably fine. That's fine. All right, let me nerf that a little bit. Let me just get rid of these saws here. And then I'll make you mini again for this transition like that. From here, I might just get rid of that. Do I extend the block design out? Yeah, I'm going to even like go so far as to extend this out to about like here maybe. Just so that this transition's more forgiving. And then it can be like D blocks all through here. Do you reckon I could get away with doing like something like that? But maybe instead of with half spikes, I'll do it with the like mini spikes that we did earlier. Boom. All right, those mini spikes in there. Now I got to work out how to like not die going into this ship. I'll do the slope there, but then like recorrect you when you become the ship to like slam you into the ground. Like that. Yeah, that works. Nice. Okay, cool. Now for the straight fly part. I really want to just keep this as a straight fly. So I might just move all of these structures out of the way. How bad is our layering in this part? We linked all the structures together. Oh my god, this is going to be so easy then, dude. And then I can just select these and shift them down a little bit as well. All right, that should be pretty much the same thing, but a little bit easier, which is kind of what I wanted out of that part. It's a long straight fly. It's meant to like build tension or something. I don't know. Oh wow, that is a lot easier actually. Perfect. Okay, nice. Now this transition, I need to just like get rid of that, I think, because it was so awful. And then I'll just like shift that down, I guess. This speed portal, I do want to create more invisible versions of, so it doesn't like get off sync or whatever. And then we're on to this last part. Oh my god. Awesome. All right, so now I just gotta, I guess, shift a few of these around. I want this to sync a little bit better to the music as well, so I'm actually gonna shift that to like there. And then I'll do that. Yeah, that's actually really cool. And then I'll shift that like 2 blocks across, so that's actually just straight up impossible. And then just to indicate that, because people might be confused when they die there, it's like, wait, where are you meant to go? I'm gonna put an arrow here with 174 that if you go down here, just appears. So it'll be like a fade in, I'll touch trigger it, so it like appears there. You don't see it, but if you go below, that is when you see it, and then it's like right there. And then, okay, this part is so tight. I don't even know if it's humanly possible. Like I spent ages trying to get it. I think I got it in normal speed once. It's so hard. So I'm gonna have to shift that up probably by an entire block and a little bit. All right, and that is, yeah, pretty much the whole thing nerfed. I just shifted these in just by a little bit, so it's still a really hard jump. I might nerf this one a little bit more as well. Yeah, so this end part is still like difficult, and it might be a little bit harder than everything else. I don't know, but for the most part it's just like regular old nerfs, you know. That last ship part is so easy. And then that last jump still like, it's nowhere near frame perfect anymore, but it's still kind of difficult. I might buff this ship part again though. Alright, well, that is the insane demon version of Kratos pretty much finished. Yeah. And honestly, I don't fully know what to call this yet. I'm not gonna lie. For now, I'm gonna call it Kratos because apparently that's like another way you could spell Kratos from like Greek mythology or whatever. I spent ages yesterday just trying to look for like other Greek gods that are like kind of like Kratos, but then like not as powerful or not as strong or something. I don't know, but I couldn't find anything that like sounded cool. So Kratos it is. I'm going to be working on verifying this level, maybe on stream. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet, depending on how much time I'll have. Oh, look at that. We've come full circle with this video. I'm opening the daily chest again. It's been a day since I started recording the previous episode. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, for now, I'm going to end this off here. Thank you for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. Huge thank you to everyone for the support on the previous episode. That is, I think, my best performing video of all time, like within the first 6 hours or whatever. Actually crazy. So thank you so much for the support on that one. Really appreciate it. And also thank you so much to the members. Of course, especially Cool Guy. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you later.